Okay, so the episode that I plan to release today is going to take a lot longer than anticipated, so instead I have a slightly different topic which is going to be a lot shorter than previous videos. Either way, here goes. Everyone who loves cartoons most likely likes Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's easily one of the greatest examples of made-for-TV Western animation of our time. Aside from general quality, it garnered a massive fanbase which you won't be surprised I'm a part of. So when The Legend of Korra was announced, nobody was expecting anything less than the second coming of the Messiah. And I'm here to talk about why after the first season I don't think we're gonna get that, or anything close. Now just for the record, I don't think Korra was bad. The art direction was inventive, blending 1950s architecture and steampunk design, and it really held a different feel than the original Avatar. If The Legend of Aang was supposed to channel old school ancient China kung fu movies, Korra was definitely reminiscent of late 20th century Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan flicks. Top this off with intensely fluid animation and you have a brilliant looking series. Oh, what's that? What? He's here? Oh, guys, meet Mr. Elephant. He's in the room now and he wants to know why I'm not talking about the characters or plot. Shut up and get into it. Now then, the fact is, Korra was originally imagined as a miniseries. 2 books, 12 episodes each. And if you're writing a show with this in mind, you're definitely going to focus more on world building and big events happening than slowing down to advance character relations. Not to mention the fact that the series in itself is supposed to be more of a fan service romp than an actual continuation of the Avatar legacy. All this being said, before the shippers arrive, I'll say this. Nearly every romantic relationship in Korra was contrived and cringeworthy in how forced they felt. Korra's lack of an actual reason to like Mako, the fact that Mako and Asumi was basically nothing more than just a plot device, and the fact that the bro-bro relationship budding between Korra and Bolin,
which I found really freaking beautiful by the way,
was shoved under the rug for forced relationship tension to fuel internet wars and give fanfic writers new ideas. Beyond all this, the biggest gaping hole in Korra's would-be gold medal of achievement is its plot. Not the story itself, but its ending. If you watch the last third of Korra, you'd see that so many things seem rushed into a weird climax. And this is actually something that makes Korra very different from his predecessor, and it may be what ends up killing this series at this point. Swayed from that guy with the glasses says something that I found perfectly describes the plot structure of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
A beginning, a middle, and an end. They wrote it before they started filming.
When he says beginning, middle, and end, he's right. I mean, even if you look at it, they're 3 books. Bump naming them Water, Earth, and Fire, you would probably get the same effect from just saying Avatar's Book 1, Book 2, and Book 3. And this sort of story planning is actually what made Avatar such a great show. In fact, I'm going to pick a certain character and how he's developed in all 3 books, just to showcase the strengths of Avatar's story planning. Prince Zuko is presented in the first episode as a villain, a troubled yet evil Fire Nation prince who acts as a foil to Aang's innocent ways, with a tendency to go on for too long about his honor.
as if that changes.
With this establishment, we have the makings of a perfect villain for the show. He's young, he seems very confident, and he's in a position of authority, not to mention his goal which he most definitely sticks to.
I need to capture the Avatar!
You do that, honey. Now, Book 1 maintains Zuko as a villain, however they shed tidbits of his past in ways the audience can relate to. This is basically just by the numbers development at first. It's not uncommon to make a villain character sympathetic, but the heel face turn is so brilliantly set up for the second season that it seems there's no other direction his character can take. And surely in the second season we do see him becoming more sympathetic and even more of a hero, especially in one of my favorite episodes, Zuko Alone, which delves deep into the whole idea of Zuko actually being a good person, but being shunned by it simply because of his Fire Nation heritage. Mind you, this is all just one character. All the main cast members get this deep level of development. Korra as a character, the main bloody character, gets next to nothing in terms of development.
What, she's hot-headed? Okay. She has authority issues? Okay. What made Aang a deep character was his internal struggle to go against his upbringing as a pacifist in order to save the world. Korra just has a mean man who might take her powers away. Oh yeah, and teenage relationship drama.
All that aside, Korra has potential. I really liked the first season. Well, at least a lot more than a lot of other people did. And what Avatar represents to me is something that we can't let go of. Serious-minded, well-written animated TV series, made in the West. And as it stands, I really don't want Korra to fail, because if that fails, that whole ideal fails.
And don't tell me it won't. They've already taken away Young Justice and Green Lantern. Korra's the only thing allowed to continue its run.
Okay, just to get back on topic, I'll say this just one more time. Korra has potential, but I don't think it'll be the same spark that the original Avatar was. Not because of any problem with the look and feel of the show, or even the characters, to a degree. The writers of Korra had a beginning, middle, and end planned out. The fact that they had an extension threw a giant freaking wrench into the works. Now they have to go back to square one and work back up with what they have. Book 2 of Korra comes out sometime this year. And hey, I really hope I'll eat a giant helping of my words. Believe me, I want to, but when it comes out, it has a lot of ground to fix. The current gang of characters are developed well enough to be recognizable, but not to the level of growth as the old Team Avatar. Plus there has to be a new villain for this season, which the first Avatar never had to do. So the work is so cut out for them here that they need a degree in surgery to patch it back together. I'm hopeful, I'm just voicing what I thought. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. See you next time.